Hi, my name is Butch Gill, and I feel like there was a period of time where God had blessed me with some poems. It seemed like the only requirement for the words coming to me was that I felt strong about having something to say. Anyway, I had a book published this last year, and what the book was going to be about was how these poems came about. Um, it actually turned out to be a little bit longer than that, but even so, the book was still only 15 pages long. But anyway, I would like to recite one of those poems to you. This poem is my life story as far as church and God goes, and it's entitled Miracles. Uh, and here it is. I used to think of Christian guys with horn rimmed glasses and bow ties. I thought that they were all a little peculiar. I thought of Meek as being weak, and so did my friends, or at least I think. Anyway, we never talked too much about it. I went to church, though, because of my mother, where everybody called each other brother, and I didn't care too much for that because it didn't seem so. They mainly talked there about God's Son and the many miracles that he had done, but I really didn't see how in any way that had much effect on me today. But I kept on going till I was older, till the preacher tried to drag me to the altar, and I knew right then for me it was time to leave. Well, I went my way for quite a while. When drugs became the fashion, I was right in style. Didn't hear too much about God anymore. Well, after some time, I began to see that the drugs weren't as good as they used to be. I began to realize that the come downs were lasting longer than the highs. I just wasn't very happy with life. And oh, by the way, neither was my wife. We both knew there had to be a whole lot more. Then it started. Everywhere we'd go, people would talk about God, and most of the time it wouldn't even be on Sundays. They talked about new life in the spirit, and it became a joy to hear it. These people really believed in what they said. Well, we must have liked all the things we heard because for about 40 years now, we've been studying God's word, and He's still working in us today to perfect us in every way. So now, when I hear about God's Son and the many miracles that's being done, it isn't hard for me to see because one of those miracles is me. Uh, I feel like as I thought of the sequences in my life, the words were just automatically there. Anyway, you can find that poem along with a few other ones and how they came about in my book entitled My Righteousness, a Man of Unclean Lips. And if I do another YouTube, I might get into that a little bit more.